And welcome everyone, this is round 9 of the Exalted Racing Series, so otherwise known as the ERS League. This is Tier 1, the best of the bunch.
Yeah,
Trying
good luck to everyone.
29 laps wheel to wheel on this Sakir International Circuit in Bahrain, which is 5.412 kilometers long or 3.363 miles. 15 corners on the track, 6 to the left, 9 to the right. A very, well, decently long run into turn 1, about 352 meters from pole position into the braking zone into turn 1. So could be a lot of position changes by the time we get to turn 1. And also a very good overtaking spot in the race because a long DRS straight from turn 15 into turn 1. And also a chance for the drivers that get overtaken to fight back into turn 4 because that is the second DRS straight. And then the third on the back straight coming out of the very tricky turn 10 as Hurricane and the Doggy Falcons are both on the grid.
The whole top 12, above top 12 is starting, like from top 12 to top 20 is starting on mediums and Cranky is on the hards as the only person.
Yeah, very interesting that Shares who start from P11 is on softs. Very unusual decision as the 5 red lights are out. And away we go as Hurricane gets a really decent start. John gets a better one. Doggy Falcons also has passed Hurricane, so Hurricane has bogged down after a good, decent getaway. Larson is on the inside of Hurricane. Genji on the outside of Hurricane as, well, Hurricane keeps P3 for now, but Larson has dropped down to P6. Renzo has moved up positions, I believe, from P7 on the grid. He's challenging Genji down the inside into turn 4, and he's got that position. So he has moved up by 3 places after 4 corners. An impressive start from Renzo as he is trying to redeem himself after a disappointing Brazilian Grand Prix with that spin in the rain. So, we have Leo down the inside of Larson into turn 10. That could get very close as Leo lost traction on the inside because the grip isn't there. So, Verdex has passed him into that 7th position. Fighting at the back then, as Dan has also incidentally moved up by 3 places, currently almost going side by side with Waffle, who has to start on those old soft tires. He's going down the inside. And, that was very close as Genji has lost it in the danger corner. So he's very slow on the straight here. And he has dropped from a P5 starting position down into P12. A disastrous start for the Racing Point driver as Leo is on the back of Larson, going side by side with Larson, and Vortex in front of him, providing him a tow. We have yellow flag at the back as Cranky, I think, has spun out. And Leo goes around the outside of Larson into turn 1, almost going around the outside of Verdex, but a terrible exit from Leo actually, which will give Larson another chance into turn 4, but Larson decides to save his overtake for better purpose as T. Birdington has also had a spin coming out of turn 3. Yeah, Stanley goes around, down the inside rather, of Larson. They're gonna go side by side into turn 12, and Larson backs out of it, but Stanley goes wide. Larson decides against it. He's gonna stay behind Stanley. He knows that going side by side into turn 13 is gonna hurt both of them. Headed by Larson as Waffle goes down the inside. On the back straight, Shears is also going in there. That's very close between. Oh, that Shears gets a better exit coming out of the final corner. He's trying to steal that slipstream from Larson and use a little bit of overtake. Pulls alongside him. And he's going down the inside into turn 1. But he's gone deep. He's going to get a terrible exit. They're going to go side by side into turn 2. Not really the best option as Larson gets oversteered and almost crashed into the side of Shears. Shears will try again to turn 4. It's Renzo.
It's the first one that picks up a time penalty, yeah?
Second penalty already. Shears and Larson are still going side by side into turn 6 and then crashing into the back of them and Dan has bowled himself.
And look at John, he's picking up the pace towards Doggy. Hurricane.
Oh my god, he has lost his left end play and he's just sitting there. He's, oh, this is devastating. This is devastating for Hurricane.
He waited for everyone to get back on track, which is really fair from him, but it's a really hard one.
The pole man is down to P18. Wow. And this will give John every single bit of motivation to go for Doggy Falcons because he doesn't have Hurricane behind him now. He can focus on attacking Doggy Falcons. Or, yeah, that's rough. So we have a fight for P3. Verdex going down the inside of Renzo. They're going side by side through turn 1. Renzo will hold the inside, but Verdex will get a better exit with the overtake. Renzo is defenseless. But
Renzo brakes really late.
But yeah, that's too powerful. Double DRS basically, back to back. But Genji is close enough to Larson. In fact, they were side by side through turn 2. But Larson has more overtake and also got a better exit. But Numi Nami now comes out of nowhere and dives down the inside of Genji into turn 4. The medium tires are definitely now better than the soft tires.
Definitely.
Yep, Numi takes a position into turn 6, but he's got on the curb in turn 7, almost lost the car as Marco retakes P12 from Phoenix. But that's all guessing.
Really good exit for Numi here.
Yep, the mediums are definitely faster now, and John takes the lead momentarily. They're going side by side for the lead. Coming on to the second DRS straight, John is going for it. Doggy has no ERS because his lights are flashing. They're going side by side into turn 4. Doggy holds the inside line. John is going to try to go around the outside, but he got run out of the road, basically. And he has to stay behind for now.
Larson and Genji having a moment.
Oh, we have a yellow flag. Larson has spun. That's unfortunate. He has such a good qualifying. But now, he's in a terrible position. John is going for the undercut. He's pitted after lap 8. He's decided to go for the undercut.
What would you... Oh, he's going for the hards as well.
Yep, he is going for the one stop, and he just about gets out in front of Stanley. That's crucial, because if he got held up there, there's a train of cars behind him that he could also get held up. Yep. And he's going down the inside of the corner. He doesn't. No, he didn't leave Marco a lot of space, I tell you that.
Because he hit the inside curb, I believe he got some understeer to the outside. Oh, it's going to be close. I think Doggy got held up. No, he's the front one in the pit. Oh, yeah, the undercut did work.
It's just the undercut. The undercut has put John in the lead. But he is not out of the woods yet, because he could get held up behind the huge train of 4 cars ahead of him. And if he gets stuck in this train, it wouldn't be a problem for Doggy Falcons to get back into that 1 second magic window behind John.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, maybe as Cranky goes really wide, John is on the inside of him, but that's a free position for John because Cranky basically just completely went wide. Really, I mean, John probably doesn't know it, but he shouldn't be using any ERS here as someone has spun at the back of the field. That is rough. But that doesn't matter because John has overtaken Prison into turn 1 and Doggy Falcons, rightly so, has also gotten ahead of Cranky. Can Doggy Falcons get ahead of Prison into turn 4? This could be crucial here. He's going for it as Verdex picked up a penalty. He's fighting for Stanley. They're going side by side, and Doggy Falcons does take P5 from Prison on the road. This meant that Doggy Falcons is now firmly into that 1 second window of John as Verdex gets passed by Stanley because Stanley is on the softer medium tires compared to the hards. As John is very close to his teammate, he's gonna get held up, so he doesn't want to overtake him before the final corner. And look at Doggy Falcons, he is using his overtake. He's trying to push John into using his. As John goes wide into the final corner, this could be Doggy Falcon's chance to re-overtake John. He's got a double slipstream. Marco is a sitting duck. John goes past him, Doggy goes past him, but Doggy is on no overtake. So John, for now, keeps net lead into turn 1.
It looks like Ruff lost it again, for some reason.
Ooh, as the Macaras are fighting Verdex, it's a terrible accident coming out of turn 1. This could be Renzo's chance, but he's got Leo on soft tires behind him. This is like taking candy from the baby as Leo easily goes down inside of Renzo, who's trying to fight on the outside, but that doesn't work because you're hard. He's on softs. He's not even on mediums. So it doesn't look like he's gonna get his points as Cranky and Brizzen go side by side coming out of turn 10, and Stanley is about to go in the middle of both of them. They're going 3 wide on the back straight. And Stanley takes both of them. Oh, he's
Not yet, not yet. Ooh.
Out of... Yeah, but he's got fresher tires. So he's got that position
does,
done
yeah.
as Leo closes on Verdex. He's going down the inside into turn 13 of Verdex. Brizzen gets out of the way as well, or that he just understeered wide. He's got Verdex on the outside, but because there were yellow flags, they... Oh my god!
Why did Leo
what's happening?
brake there?
Oh, because he got an illegal overtake for overtaking Brizzen.
Oh.
Because of the yellow flag. But that's crucial time lost for Leo because he is on the softs. He needs to go as fast as possible as Doggy Falcons goes down the inside of John into turn 1. This is the fight for the lead that we are watching right now between the Renault driver and the Mercedes driver. And Doggy Falcons gets a terrific exit and also steals DRS from John. So he's made the dive into turn 1, but he also gets DRS into turn 4. That's a terrific move from Doggy Falcons as Cranky goes down the inside of Stanley into turn 4. Stanley closes the door on him. This is very close between P3 and P4, but I don't think Stanley can go to the end, unfortunately. Almost no ERS as Leo gets past Renzo into turn 1.
Oh, big
And
mistake
Yolos
from
gets in the back
Lorenzo.
of Verdex. Oh, that's a warning for Leo, unfortunately, because he got a bit of oversteer, a bit of understeer, a bit of everything as he's trying to go around the outside of Randall, who breaks really late on his hard
Nice
tires.
switch back there from Leo.
As rubber tires from the session in the pits, Leo gets a perfect exit coming out of turn 4 though, so he's taken that 6th position away. He's gonna try to do another lap so he can pit on to the mediums, or maybe he's trying to do a few more laps and pit onto the softs as Verdex easily gets past Cranky. Where is Leo? He's in the slipstream, he's pulled to the inside, and he has done it. Cranky is still on the inside, but he gets out of the way because he should really not fight with a fresh soft runners as Britton sets the fast lap of the race. That's why he pitted for the softs. He's going for Marco. He's going down the inside into turn 1 and he's taken P13 from Marco cleanly. Nope, he still hasn't had a point as Cranky. Your strategy was so good, but you spared in the pit lane. That's all the good work on. Don't as we have a fight for P8. Numinami now on the back of Shears, using his overtake, now turning it off because he has enough speed advantage over Shears as down the inside goes Numinami. Shears tries to break as late as possible into turn 1. He's short shifted all the way from the first gear up into 4th gear. That's some very interesting tactics
an
from
interesting
Shears.
short shift, yeah.
But Numinami is deploying his overtake. They're still going side by side into turn 4. Shears tries to turn in, but he's got the wrong line for the next corner as Numinami takes P8 away from Shears, who also is looking for his first points of the season. As, oh my god, are they gonna go 3 wide? Yes, they are! As Leo goes down the inside and takes post position away, but he's got a terrible exit.
Serious overtake from Leo.
So is John gonna attack then into turn 1? He's too close. He is too close to not attack really, as Doggy deploys his overtake like a crazy man coming out of the final corner to stretch that gap back up to 4.5 tenths. But because of DRS, John is closing in and he can see the red light from the back of Doggy, so he's still charging. John is still trying to charge his battery. He decided against it to fight now, but it's gonna be really tough as someone has had a
Shears had a spin. Yep.
Oh no. He was looking so good for his first points of the season.
Plus Shears put in a lot of practice this week for this track.
And oh my god, there's a guy inside of him. I didn't even see that. Marco dives Shears to put, well, more misery on the Red Bull driver as Hurricane is now also on a comeback trail. Leo has come out right ahead of this Marco Shears Hurricane Q. That is terrific news for Leo. But, he still lost out in this 2-stop strategy as Hurricane. Well, Shears and him made contact and Hurricane just decided to give up. It has been a horrid race as John is now 3.5 tenths behind Doggy Falcons. He's using his overtake. He might be going for it this time. Doggy is also using his, but John has 30% more overtake. He's going for it. He's going for it. Doggy defends. John goes to the inside of turn 1, but he but he brakes very early. That's because Doggy Falcons had braked too late. He's locked up. He's still on the inside of turn 2. They're going side by side. They're making contact. But John has made the move stick. And up into P1 goes John in the Mercedes. But Randall knows he has to pass Stanley now because otherwise Verdex is going to go away. But Stanley doesn't want to give up. And this is all helping Verdex up ahead because he also has a 3-second as Stanley does let Randall go. But the problem with Randall now is that he is out of the DRS zone of Verdex.
Yep, and they both have penalties as well. Let's see how many.
And we'll fight for the lead. Doggy Falcons is not holding up. He is not saving his ERS. He is touching John. Did John make a double move there? It's questionable, is what I'm going to say.
I didn't catch that.
Like, I don't know about that one. As Stanley pits. And he's going to get a brilliant exit, but you don't want to go side by side here. Marco backs off. That's clever.
That's a good call from Marco there.
So he's going to sit back for now. And Leo goes for Genji into turn 1. And he does make that move stick because he's on fresher medium tires against Genji's old hard. So that very early spin on lap 1, I believe, in turn 12 has hurt Genji dramatically because he's fallen from his P5 starting position down all the way to P8 as Stanley gets past Phoenix into turn 4. At the same time as Shears and Marco very close. Into turn 7, they're side by side as
This is a dangerous corner.
They're still side by side into turn 8. They make wheel-to-wheel contact. They're both going for it. They're both out of the point. There's nothing to lose as Shears takes that inside line as the broadcast camera makes me watch Marco's rear end, which makes absolutely no sense. But Marco does get a better exit and gets past Shears again. That much as he deploys his overtake and uses Slipstream, Marco literally defends the most in-flight line possible. But the DRS is too powerful as Shears powers his way past Marco around the outside into turn 1 and goes into P12. But he's got a terrible exit because he's on the wrong line. So Marco is now literally on the gearbox with Shears. And going into turn 4, they're going to go side by side once again. Are they going to do it again this time? Marco,
Shears tried to switch back.
Yeah, Marco was clever this time. He literally popped it on the exit, so Shears couldn't get the switch back. Okay, he has 62% ERS. Doggy Falcons has 14%. The back of Phoenix, but Marco is close enough to the back of Shears. Here they come again. They cannot be separated. As Marco gets on the inside curb and slides wide. As Brisbane pits again, he wants that faster lap back from Larson. Okay, here comes John. He's now using his overtake. He's within 0.4 of a second behind Doggy Falcons. He's got enough overtake to pass him into turn 1 and then defend his position for the final 2 laps. So he got enough of that because he was 60% rather coming out of the final corner. He's definitely going to go for it this time. Doggy defends inside line. John goes to the outside and Doggy Falcons literally sends it into turn 1. Where is John? He's going for the cutback. He's on the outside of Doggy Falcons in turn 3. He has to release his throttle a little bit, lift up a little bit, but he's knock out DRS because Doggy Falcons once again has been clever. And
what a fight here.
He defends like a champion into turn 4. So this means now John only has 35% while Doggy Falcons is again still in with 10%. So John's advantage is not that much anymore. He needs to go to the inside of turn 1, I think. The outside move clearly isn't the one because Doggy can send it as John. Oh my god, he's sending it into turn 10. Hello, Kriko in the chat. We haven't got any time to say hello, really, because John is...
He backed off of that one?
No, Doggy braked really early. I think he wanted to let John go, but then also John braked because he saw Doggy brake. That was strategy played by Doggy Falcons, but it didn't work because John knew the same thing as well. He knew exactly what Doggy Falcons is trying to do. But now, this is the final lap we are coming into. 0.3 of a second separating P1 from P2. Doggy gets a better exit, so the gap stays at 0.3, but now John is going to use every single bit of his last percentage, still going to the outside. This could be a terrible move because Doggy Falcons is gonna send it into turn 1 again. They make contact, but this time John is on the inside. Doggy turns in perfectly. Oh, what a defending, and he gets DRS again. This is absolutely textbook.
This is some serious fighting.
From Doggy Falcons as he comes out of the final corner. Don't drop it. Fifth gear is clean and he's through and he wins the Bahrain Grand Prix.
What a first, what a battle for first, the whole race pretty much.
That was incredible as Verdex takes P3 despite his penalty. I think Renzo just about has enough gap to his teammate Waffle to take P4 despite his penalty. Numinami from P16 with a medium to hard strategy has finished P6. Here's Larson. He started in P4. He was looking good for points as he styles it across the line to take a frustrating P14, and Prison is doing the same thing, but he's decided not to spin his car around. Is T-Bird is going to do the same thing? He's decided to the pit and takes a 5-second penalty to cross the line. As Doggy Falcons does take the win, but not the fastest lap, so he will lead by 10 points in the championship over Belkin, who will drop to 2nd place. A good 5th place from Waffle after starting from P10 will solidify his 3rd place in the championship. And I think it's going to be very close between John and Numinami, but it's actually going to be really close. And I can't figure out who will be fourth in the championship on top of my head, because John will have 18 points after finishing P2, and Numinami will only get 8 points after finishing on P6. But still a very solid result from the Alfa Romeo driver after starting from P16. So the run down the order is Doggy Falcons, John, Verdex, the top 3, with Renzo and Waffle both Williams in P4 and P5, Numinami, Leo, Stanley, Genji, and Phoenix rounding up the top 10 with Cranky Shares, Marco, Larson, Briz, and T. Burlington, more for Hurricane, Dan, and Ruff. The rest of the grid.